Welcome back, YouTube. So today we're going to do an update on the price action. I'm sure you guys saw the pump that we got earlier this morning from Doge pumping, and I know it's because of the Elon tweet and the original Doge passing, but ultimately we are still on trajectory to hit some of those higher numbers. And really, what we were looking for was a median point of around the 16.3 mark. Which is where we are roughly now. We've had a couple of tests that higher today, but ultimately this is the level that we kind of need to trend at in order to get that intersection between the 72 and the 14, which is what we are right now. This is the 14, the yellow line here. The 72 is the orange. And just if you watched the video yesterday, we were talking about using the 14 as a support. And that's literally what's happening. I love when the TA kind of works out perfectly. And this is what we're looking at. The second rejection here off of the 14, and we're literally writing it as support, similar to what we've done in the past. And this is one of the reasons why when we were having that red day, we came down to the 14 and people were saying that, oh, we're going to go below it. We're going back to 12 and stuff. That's why I was saying that we don't have evidence of that just yet, because we are looking at a pattern here that it trends. It doesn't necessarily repeat, but it's very close, right? It kind of mirrors one another when it does that. And Doge often uses the 14-day as support, especially when it's trying to test higher or we're getting ready for a signal. It rides that 14 very closely. So second rejection here off of the 14. I love it. We are closing the gap here. We are certainly on track to get that golden cross of the 14 and 72 next week. If this is your first video, the reason why I've been tracking this closely over the last week really is because it's been a huge indicator, not just for Doge, but for the crypto market in total, like Bitcoin, for the total market cap of crypto. This has been a major signal for this run. So I've been keeping track of it because it's giving you an idea of what to expect moving forward. The last time this happened for Doge, we were at around 8 cents. And of course, we peaked at around 22, 23 cents. At the peak of that run here. And so we're looking to see what this next leg is going to bring up for us. A repeat of this price action will put us somewhere between 39 and 45 cents for a target on this run. Bitcoin, let's see, take a look here. We got the cross yesterday. So obviously we're having a green day today. I love this here. It's a similar price action, having some rejections here off of the 14, using it kind of as support, 14 and the 72 at this point. But obviously this is a major signal as well. And we're having a green day here, almost at 69,000. The last time we had this intersection between the 14 and 72 for Bitcoin, we're at roughly 42,000. And obviously that led us to an all-time high at around 73, 74,000. So repeating this for that type of price action or similar price action for Bitcoin is going to put us in range for around that 100,000 mark. So this is really just a really big indicator overall, and it's exciting just to kind of see this play out, because I'm very curious to know how aggressive this run is going to be, because overall it's possible that we can get another leg after this before we get the blow off top, or this could be the final leg before the blow off top leg. So where we go with this leg here is really fundamental to get an idea of what peak bull run is going to look like. So that's why I'm excited to chart this, because when it comes to Bitcoin or for Doge, I'm very curious to know what peak bull run is going to look like. And then we can start to kind of get some ideas of what this, the peak bull market, what peak market cap is going to be, and we can kind of get some concrete numbers right here, some ranges to say for expectations going forward. So this is one of the reasons why I've been tracking this, because it's going to really give us a good idea of where this leg gets rejected. Bitcoin goes over 100,000, Doge goes over 50 cents, around 50 cents. This is going to put us in position here. Doge for sure to hitting that range on this leg will certainly put us in position to set a new all-time high. And for Bitcoin, I'm certain it's going to go over 100,000, even if we don't get another leg just by some miracle, but it's still going to go over 100,000. But overall for the market, the more capital that comes in, the more capital that even Bitcoin can attract into the market, the better the that overflow effect is going to be, and the better the overall market is going to be. It's going to attract a lot more capital into the market here, and you can see evidence of this that I like tracking on the total market cap. Same indicator, similar price action, obviously heavily weighted by Bitcoin, but still has the weight of the other cryptos. And you'll see similar price action here. Strong rejection here of the 14. Haven't quite got the golden cross just yet. We should have this golden cross by tomorrow, Sunday at the latest, but more than likely we're going to get this golden cross in total market cap tomorrow. So that's going to be very bullish going forward. Again, last time this happened, we were around 1.5 trillion, nearly doubled to 2.7. A repeat of that similar price action is going to put us around 5 trillion. It's going to give us a new all-time high. We think we peaked at around 4 trillion last time. So this is some of the things that I've been monitoring going forward, checking in every day, making sure we're maintaining these averages, looking for any divergences if we're going to have any, and we have not. We are on track to make this happen. So I am excited overall for the market, but really to get a feel for what peak bull run is going to look like. That's one of the reasons why I'm mostly I'm charting this here. We saw, let's see, this is Doge shorts. I'll just switch the screen here because we saw that they were about hovering around the 200-day. And obviously with the Elon tweet, they were confident enough to take a position, but it looks like they're changing their mind because Doge is holding up pretty well here. We'll see where this candle closes. Again, not a big deal because it's not a significant position that they took. But anytime, this is very common with Elon tweets. Anytime you see like Elon tweet or say something, it'll spike the shorts as well. I know they have a lot of bot accounts and trading and stuff going on around it. So if they can short the news basically, or short the hype, then they will try and take advantage of it. But it looks now that they're even having a change of heart here and coming back out of it. So it's only up 12% on the day, but we'll see here because it looks like they're very interested in maintaining this 200-day average here before they go below it. So, but as long as Doge is above 16.3, it doesn't matter. We are on that upward trajectory. So we'll see where they close. I don't think Bitcoin should have a spike in shorts either, but let's see. Not a significant spike at the 14-day. What is this? 5% on the day. So neither one of them, no significant moves here, but they are charting similar to what they did because Doge wants to hang around the 200-day, and this has been very common for Bitcoin in this range here. They've done it just the third time they've done it here in the last month, really. So this is a common range for the shorts where they like to be. So we'll see where this candle closes. But obviously, if it's a significant spike, like if we're going up 100%, 200% on the day or something like that, then we can start to analyze a little deeper and see if they see anything or any potential drawdown. But 5%, 12% on that, and specifically being in range of what they normally do, that's not a cause for concern here. So in addition to lining up with what we're seeing here as far as for a strong potential upside, we're not getting contradicting information from shorts to come in to make profit. So that puts us in a great position overall for the assets. So I'm happy with that. We can take a look here. We're going to take a look here at liquidations really quick, just to get an idea of what's going on behind the scenes. Switch screens. I want to more so look at open interest and kind of see. Open interest is up 4.5% on the day. Again, not all the exchanges, but it gives you an idea of the flow here. Still over 800 million. So now less than 200 million before we get to that $1 billion in open interest. That's the options contract that are being taken out. More than likely bullish contracts, as you can see here, 73 to 26% on the long versus short, 5 minute, 30 minutes, 73.26, 1 hour, 73.26, 4 hours 71.28, 1 day 74.25. And I saw a comment on one of my most recent videos, and they're saying, "What does this matter?" There will come a day when these numbers will start to flip, and this is when you know you're getting close to peak bull run, when it's more attractive to short than it is to go long. It's very important to check in with these things here, just to kind of get an idea. Right now, it may seem like, oh, this is very similar to what it was yesterday and what it was last week, but one day it will not be, and you'll see a difference in trend here. This number here, this long ratio, will get shorter. It'll be in the 60s, it'll be in the 50s, it'll be in the 40s, and then obviously at that point you're going to say, okay, well, this is, where we peaked, and this is getting ready to go into bear market territory. So it's important to keep an eye on this thing. Not necessarily something you have to check every day, but what I do a lot in these videos is I take you through some of the things that I would do and I have been doing, even when I don't record or before I was even recording. Like if you go back and look at some of my stock videos and stuff, these are things that matter to me to get an idea of the health of an asset and the general trend, how the consumer market is feeling about it, so that I can get some information before I invest and put myself in a situation. Because averaging down, especially if you go heavy initially, averaging down for an exit is not fun and not cheap either. And I'm sure a lot of you can relate. So it's not a strategy. That's like a last defense strategy. It's not something I count on to do. So I try and get enough information ahead of time so I can be strategic. So looking here at CoinMarketCap, just want to make sure that there isn't any divergences in the chart action here. So you'll see here what I mean. This is very similar action here between Doge and XRP. Toncoin is down. Cardano is down. Solana is down. Interesting. Similar price action here for Bitcoin. Ethereum obviously is on its own run here. And it's charting similar, but it's not having the dips, right? Ethereum's like anytime the dip comes in, because of the excitement around Ethereum, anytime the dip comes in, it's being bought up, ETFs and stuff. So this is to be expected. So this is what you would consider a divergence, but it's not unwarranted. This is something you would expect. It's kind of like if a Doge, if it's kind of like if Elon came out today and said, oh, by the way, we're going to have Doge payments going live in July, that we have a God candle here going to the moon, and it wouldn't necessarily mean anything's wrong with the other coins. It's just a specific catalyst that's going to affect it. What I mean by divergence and what I'm looking for is a break in allocation, institutional allocation of funds, right? So what I'm looking for is a break in trend to see that if institutional money is losing interest in a particular asset, or if it's trending along with the market, right? So this is one of the things people are like, oh, Doge is dead, blah, blah, blah. Like it's getting institutional allocation of funds here. So right now, mathematically, it can't die, right? As long as that, if it's getting institutional allocation of funds in there, what does that mean? That means it's trending with the market. So when you see a divergence in those two, then you can start to draw your conspiracy theories and stuff. But as of right now, this is completely fine. And I don't want to hear the arguments. I did this enough on the last bull run, but if you want to believe that retail is putting $3 billion in 24 hours, $3 billion of transactions, and even when we peak, $7 billion of transactions in 24 hours, if you want to believe that, that's your business. I'm not going to try and convince anyone, but as in my opinion, my humble opinion, as long as we're getting institutional allocation, we're fine. And there's nothing anyone can say to convince me that retail is pumping that kind of volume. So that's just one of the things that I look for to make sure that we are doing absolutely okay. And we are. So I am happy with that as well. So that is the price update for Dogecoin. And I took you across the board, the charts, price action, the golden cross catalyst, the institutional allocations, the short, long liquidation rates, the open interest rates. We covered all of it. So just to let you know, everything is fine. We are still on track for that 22 loading and that 45 target for the next leg up. So if you found value in the video, make sure you subscribe. We are going to do our best to beat Bitcoin to 100,000 by getting that 100,000 subscribers first. I greatly appreciate it. leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.